List anything this week?
Oh crap!
What about that list?
I lost the thing. Hold on. That's enough of that. Hey! It's Labor Day. Happy. Let me make that bigger. That's
It
what
is.
you said. All right.
I prefer it when it gets smaller.
I have no reply to that. Welcome to the Labor Day edition
Means
of
you're
the
done.
Geek Spot News.
Still,
I'm just
still trying to
flabbergasted by what you said. I am off my rocker already.
still trying to recover. It's all good.
Hi Charles. How's your weekend going? Let's go there.
It's good. It's still going. You know, the long holiday for Labor Day. It's gave me some time to catch up on some stuff, which is nice.
I'm calling for one thing.
You know, some family stuff. Had some gigs. Another football game. Watched some stuff. Bunch of premieres this week. It was cool. Went and took some of the kids to a movie today.
I saw that.
Yeah, get a little Despicable Me 4 review at some point in here.
Yeah.
Got some I got some Office stuff.
I'm so excited for that.
I got some.
Eventually, I'm gonna get to the part where I keep saying the one thing, and it's actually that episode.
It's still not.
I know.
Yeah, there was Only Murders, Rings of Power. More Bad Monkey stuff.
I got something on Rings of Power.
Oh, I can't wait to hear. I'm sure you are all caught up on Rings of Power.
No, not even a little bit.
Great.
But it's fine. It's fine.
How about you, man? What have you been up to? Mine's been quiet. Not, like I said, not a ton. Just some gigs and stuff.
Well, I had a gig last night too.
Oh.
It was a living room rock band gig.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Well, we figured out how to attach two microphones and do harmonies. And it's fun. It's fun doing it with Jay because Jay just sings all the parts. He doesn't care. No, he don't care.
That's good.
Some of it actually sounded good. Better than some bands that I've seen. But
not hard.
It's not. No, it was a quiet weekend. Nothing Friday. Saturday rock band. No. Last night rock band. No. Saturday rock band. Sorry. And then nothing the last 2 days. I did watch a TV show. I watched a movie.
Good. I want to point out just today, I've seen the first 3 episodes of the new season of Doctor Who, so I'm sure you had plenty of time for that.
Let me tell you what. I have a plan here. I have a plan.
Okay. I'm excited.
I have a plan. So yeah. No, I did. I finished a movie. It took me 3 tries to get through.
Oh, you finished it?
I can tell you about Borderlands in a little bit.
I can't wait.
Oh boy, I wish I waited. I was excited to hate watch it. Found out that they still can't open the hatch on the island.
That's great. Isn't that in season 2? Are you in season 2 now?
No.
Oh, okay.
Slow burn.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen season 1.
Yeah, because I want to watch other things, and I have a plan. So I'll tell you my plan. My Lord of the Rings plan is I'm going to watch a recap video this week, and then I'm going to start watching episodes for season 2. Is that weekly?
They dropped 3 episodes.
Okay.
And now it's weekly for the next month.
Okay. I will rotate it on that. When Rings of Power is done, I will then move to Doctor Who.
Okay.
That's my plan.
So that's saying you will be caught up and all good on Rings of Power on a weekly basis, so we can talk about it. Right?
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully, these 3. I have 2 games this week. Hopefully, 2 games. If not, only 1. We lose on Tuesday night. Then there's no more games until the next round of the league start in like a week or 2.
Got it.
So that's my plan. I don't have any other video game things. I mean, I did start Star Wars Outlaws.
Okay, how's that?
It's not horrible.
It's a glowing endorsement.
Yeah, no, it's look. If you play Star Wars Outlaws, I have advice for you. Turn the lock picking game off right away. It sucks.
Good.
Yeah, it sucks.
Good. I remember plenty of games back in the day that was, what was it? One of the D&D games?
Yeah, some of the lock picking games are okay. I don't mind some of them. This one is you have to time the audio sound with the dial turning because it's like that. You know how Star
Oh
Wars
yeah,
has
yeah,
the lock
yeah.
pick thing. Yeah, no, it's not. It's increasingly annoying and awful.
Got it. Good to know.
Yeah. So you watch stuff. Let's go with you.
I
I'm gonna
did.
start
I
with you.
did. Where do I hit in there?
We'll go to the list after the stuff that you watched.
Cool. So I'll start with the review of Despicable Me 4.
Yes.
Everybody's been waiting on. It was delightful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super funny. I laughed through half the movie. Jokes for all ages. Just well written compared to a lot of the kids stuff. So
That's
like
good.
definitely my 4-year-old loved it, my 13-year-old loved it. My wife and I thought it was really funny.
This is the one with Steve Carell, right? Is he still in it?
Carell, Kristen Wiig,
Nice.
Stephen Colbert did a voice in this one.
Nice.
Will Ferrell's in this, like phenomenal voice cast.
That's
But
great.
yeah, just well written. It was super, super fun. You still have the minions doing stupid minion things, which is great. But yeah, it was all of those movies have been solid. So this continued in that trend with the minion stuff. So and you get super powered minions.
Oh.
Spoilers, you get the Mega Minions where they're kind of have the powers of the Fantastic Four and a couple other random powers thrown in, which is kind of fun. You get like a Cyclops.
Oh.
You get a Mr. Fantastic one, a Thing one, a like big super strong one outside the Thing, and you get one that can fly that has like a cone head, which is hilarity ensues.
It sounds like it.
But yeah, that one was super fun. That only murders in the building is back. I know you're all caught up on that one. You love your geriatric and millennial.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Crossovers between Selena.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
Good. Yeah, between so can you tell me who's in that show?
Steve Martin and Martin Short.
And
you
got the two geriatrics, but you missed the millennial.
Some chick.
Selena Gomez.
Yep, that's the one I was
fantastic on the show.
The only reason I know that those two are in it is because they're in the commercials all the time now for the credit card commercials.
Well, it's a fairly big show.
Well, that too. I mean, I've heard of the show. I have heard of it. I just,
So, yeah, you can get Meryl Streep back. But the fun part with this season, so their podcast has really gotten big, just like ours. Hollywood's calling us every day, trying to get us to come and.
Look, the Kelsey brothers signed for $100 million with Prime. I'm holding out for a little more.
Yeah, ironically, they're just gonna redo our podcast. Is all they're doing. Those guys,
basically.
But we so they get cast, and if you haven't watched yet, and this isn't any real spoilers to it, but you get Eugene Levy cast as Steve Martin, Eva Longoria cast as Selena Gomez, and Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cast as Martin Short, who Martin Short has no idea who he is, and he's like, "Are you trying to Between Two Ferns me?"
That's hilarious.
And Martin Short's like, "I don't know who are you?" Just like it's so good. But that show's a blast. And looks like it's going to be another fun season. I think we both are we both up to date on Bad Monkey?
I watched it. Yes.
Okay.
I'm all in. I'm hooked.
Yeah, I'm no spoilers for it because I don't know, given the chat discourse, how many people are up to date on it, but
not going to spoil it. It's just an absolutely fun show.
Yeah, the writing keeps being great. Even this week was a little bit of like a recap from the other perspective episode, which we complained about on another show recently.
But they did it better. It's with better writing that works.
It's crazy how that happens, isn't it?
It's amazing. I like seeing, and they do it on Lost a lot. Like they do a whole season, like they do a whole half a season of perspective from other people that you haven't seen yet when they get to it.
Do you see from the others? That's good.
Well, actually from the tailies, people that broke off in the tail. But I still don't mind seeing something happening that I watched in this view from this view if the writing works. If the writing doesn't work, it makes it a pointless 42 minutes of TV.
Right.
which, by the way, still might get a second season, but that's another story.
Yeah. Look, there's more people in my neighborhood than have signed that petition.
Nope, not the petition. It's
Oh,
not petition now.
oh, I can't wait to hear what's next. Yeah. So if you haven't watched Bad Monkey, just go watch it. Like Vince Vaughn's fantastic.
Very rare that we agree on a show.
And Peter from Deadpool, Rob Delaney, is also fantastic on the show. Like,
totally,
you're like, he's just a bit, and he's got some great stuff in the show.
Look, Zach Braff was pretty good too.
Zach Braff is fantastic on the show.
He's a whole. There's a whole nother level to him when he's not being just comedic.
Yeah, and I mean, look, he's directed like everything. If you go look at his credits, his directing credits are wild at this point. But yeah, he gets to do a lot of stuff that we don't see unless you watch his like indie and all those kinds of movies.
He's a really good director. Jonathan Frakes is a good director too. They're both very good directors.
Yeah, so's the guy from Super Troopers from Brooklyn Lizard. He's directed all sorts of stuff. No. Do you want me to talk about? I'm only one episode of The Office. I only had time to catch up on one.
I'll take that one episode.
Do you want that now or you want that later?
No, do it. Go in.
Oh, okay. So I have to remember which one it was. It's been
Dwight's speech.
At least 6 hours since I watched it.
Yeah.
It's Take Your Daughter to Work Day.
That was a rough one.
You know, I thought it was one of the better ones because it didn't focus on the craziness. It was just like bit into bit into bit into bit, which was actually kind of fun.
Stanley yelling at Ryan was
great.
It was so good.
And you got Michael setting up his Tinder profile, or whatever online dating profile it was, his little kid lover.
Yeah,
which I'm sure that won't come back to haunt him at all.
No, I think that's a one-off.
Oh, that really should come back to haunt him at some point.
I know, but there's some subtle stuff that's set up all along. I mean, you see him kind of being nice to Toby for once a little bit because it's Toby's daughter and Meredith's kid, and like there's a lot of little sub stuff that goes on in that'll come back. The next, you're almost at the end of this season.
I'm working on it.
It's a long season.
They're all this long, aren't they? This is a classic TV when we're 22 episode seasons, right? Yep.
Yeah, yep. Season 3 is 25.
Yeah. Oh, dear God. Oh, good. Season 4 had a writer's strike. All right, sweet. I can do this. All right.
Season 4 is
26 episodes. Jesus Christ.
Season 4 had 30 episodes, bro.
What is wrong with these people?
Including 5 1-hour specials.
Well, that's why that's weird. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And then we'll do Rings of Power later on though.
That's fine.
Because I know you have some stuff we can talk about that when you get to the news. Because look, everybody is thrilled the show's back. Everybody's super excited. It's the talk of the town. Everybody loves it.
The new logo is going over great. The little logo that you spent hours designing that.
Yeah, me and Gemini. It's great.
All right. I got 2 lists. One's rather long, so I'm going to do the shorter one first.
And hopefully everybody in the chat too. Sorry.
Hopefully we do not hear any bathroom commercials while we're going on here.
I can't wait. This is my favorite website you go to.
It is. All right. So these are the 10 most anticipated TV shows of September 2024, according to Real Data.
Oh, that seems like a lot for September. I bet there's stuff premiered in October or in August on this list.
I bet you, out of the 10 things that are going to be highly anticipated, I'm going to set the over-under at 3 for me.
Okay.
What about you? For September, 10 most anticipated shows, how many are you going to hit on your...
Have you seen the list?
No. I'm only looking at...
I'm going to say 2.
Okay. Fair.
Unless if they're counting August, I'll say 5. But if they don't actually count August shows, I'm going with 2.
Cool. This just this just is a list. This isn't pictures. All right. Starting on, oh my God. I'm just going to go in alphabetical order the way they have it instead of trying to do dates because it's too much. September 18th, Agatha All Along. That's 1 for me.
Oh, that's September. All right. I'm still undecided on that one, but I'll give it the 1.
Okay. Starting the very next night, September 19th, The Penguin. That's 2 for me.
Yeah.
Batman will not be making an appearance in The Penguin, they have said.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about filming schedules coming up.
I'm also not sold on the Penguin, so
That's fine. American Sports Story is an FX drama.
Yep.
Okay, that's on the 17th.
Who's that about though? Who's this season?
I have no idea. I'll tell you in a second.
Is it the Bruce Jenner story? Because Ryan Murphy's kind of obsessed.
No. Is it Aaron Hernandez? Looks like it's Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't Aaron Hernandez get abused enough at the Tom Brady roast? Do we really need more Aaron Hernandez in our lives?
Here's what's this? 1, 2, 3. Number 4 is The Golden Bachelorette on the 18th. Lots of stuff happening on the 18th on ABC. It's a reality show.
The Golden Bachelorette, right?
Yes, it's the female version.
Okay. Hold on, let's see. Nope. I'm still hung up on this American Horror Story.
No, Sports Story, not horror.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
It's the same guy. It's the same ones that did the OJ trial, and it's the same American crime story. It's Ryan Murphy doing Ryan Murphy things.
Okay. I can tell you that I think I hit my 2 out of 3 already, and that's it. Coming on September 2nd, which is today, the day that it was recorded, English Teacher on FX, which I heard is sensational. I just don't watch. I haven't watched it.
I don't know what that is.
That's the one based in Philly.
Nope, no idea.
Oh, there's no link for it. So on the 11th, I don't know why this is one of the most anticipated, but the MTV Music Video Awards from 2024 is still going.
That's great for somebody. I'm sure it's going to be all Deadpool.
No.
Wait, the Video Music Awards or the Movie Awards?
Music Video.
Oh yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah,
I don't know why they're bothering with that.
Then we have Grotesquerie on the 25th,
starring Kim Kardashian. I'm good.
FX and Hulu horror. No, thank you.
Travis Kelce. That's another Ryan Murphy jam.
Okay.
Travis Kelce makes an appearance in that. Who is definitely not too big for his bridges at this point.
No, not at
bridges, all. Not bridges. Jesus, I'm just not awake yet. Sorry.
That's okay. Then we have on the 13th on Stars a drama called 3 Women.
Yep, still won't sign up for Stars.
Okay.
I'm still at 1, by the way.
Yep, you are. I'm at 2, I believe. Then we have The Perfect Couple on Netflix as a mystery drama on the 5th.
Nope.
This list kind of sucks. And then on the 22nd on Fox, we have Rescue High Surf.
That's a new Rescue 911, huh? Rescue High Surf.
One with the only reason I know this is because I saw a commercial is Ariana Kebble is in this one.
I don't even know who's that.
She was in Ballers for a little bit. She was The Rock's significant side piece for a little bit. I've seen her in a couple different things. She's
The Perfect Couple is Nicole Kidman and Dakota Fanning and Lee Schreiber.
So I have 2 things that I'm going to watch, and I set the bar at 3. So yeah. Your one was on.
I'm at 1.
Yeah, your 1 was on.
Maybe Penguin, but probably not. Well, there's 2 halves. Yeah, there's 2 halves in there, so maybe there's 1.
I think the Penguin's going to be good because it'll be grounded and it won't be like.
You know what? There's not enough grounded television.
Okay, now the other one. This should be a fun one to zip through real fast. Okay, this is a Friends list, the TV show.
Heard of it?
20 actors who were almost cast in the show. This should be pretty fast.
Okay,
which is cool. Number 20, John Cryer was up for the role of Chandler, and his audition tape got stuck in customs.
Oh, that would have been. He would have done well in that.
I think so.
I think 2.5 Men worked out okay for him.
I think so. I think he's okay, and then transitioned right into Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Here's
and
one.
Now he has another show. So
here's a person who auditioned to play Phoebe Buffay, Kathy Griffin. So glad she didn't get that role.
Oh dear God,
that would have been awful. Yeah. Nope.
Hard. Well, let's see. Yeah, 2.5 Men actually ran 2 seasons longer than Friends.
Okay. Yeah, he was in like almost every single episode, I would say, right? If not every.
He was definitely in every single episode. He was the only one who was there because the kid went away. Yep. The half and one of the 2 men went away and became replaced by Kuchar.
Right. Number 18, Hank Azaria auditioned twice to play Joey.
No, not who I would have put Azaria as.
If anything, maybe he would have been a Ross.
You know what though? That fits with the kind of character he was on Herman's Head.
Okay.
In the
Oh, I
live
love
action, he played kind of that a little more not goofy and aloof. I think Joey would have been very different. He would have been a ladies' man, but not the
not the
aloof.
right. No, I could see him in it. Up for the role of Rachel at number 17 was Tiffany Thiessen.
I'd watch that all day.
Yep, same. Same. She just turned 50, I think, and she still looks like she could just go right back to 90210. And
I'm sure she'll be on the next. I mean, look, she's still Kelly Kapowski to me. So
yeah, that's crazy.
You were already in your 40s when Saved by the Bell happened, so that was creepy for you. But
it was a little bit.
90210 was fine.
Yeah. To play the role of Rachel, also at 16, Elizabeth Berkley.
No,
can't say it. She ended up on the poll.
Look, which we never would have gotten striptease if she had been on Friends. So
no, we wouldn't have.
Let's call that a win.
Hello, Savius and Dom and T and Maddie Caps.
Yeah, we definitely won with getting striptease versus her on Friends.
Yes. Also up to play Rachel at number 15, Tia Leone. Yes, all day.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
But she got the Naked Truth instead, right? Naked Truth was her show back then, right?
She got Naked Truth, yes. But I know Matt Capp will agree with me that Tia Leone as Rachel would have been chef's kiss at that point. There he is. Sexiest voice in the business.
Yeah, I would have distracted from the rest of the show, though.
That's fine. Up for the role of Ross Geller at 14, Eric McCormack.
He would have pulled it off.
Yeah.
I feel like Will and Grace did okay for him.
I think so. I think he had a little bit of a run with Will and Grace, right?
A couple times.
Yeah. Up for the role of Ross, also number 13, Mitchell Whitfield.
Let's see. I don't know who that is.
He reached the final stage of auditions to play Ross. Who is Mitchell Whitfield?
So Will and Grace, by the way, 246 episodes now versus 235 for Friends. So not too bad.
Oh, Mitchell Whitfield is the other guy in My Cousin Vinny. Not Ralph Macchio, but the other guy.
Yeah, I'm going to go with no.
I mean, he made the final audition for
Who is that supposed to be?
Ross.
All right.
Maybe.
And then he guest starred on Friends. Yeah.
He did guest star on Friends as a love interest of Rachel.
Yeah, I'm going to go with no.
At 12, Craig Bierko almost replaced Matthew Perry to play Chandler.
I don't know who Craig Bierko is.
I'm looking.
You're doing a great job.
I am.
He did some stuff. He was in A Long Kiss Goodnight, Scary Movie 4.
Okay.
Cinderella. I don't know that he's starting anything.
Yeah.
His IMDb shows him in a full-size Buzz Lightyear costume from Boston Legal.
Here's a guy at number 11 that turned down the role of Chandler Bing. So this man was offered the role of Chandler, and Jon Favreau said, "No, thank you." You're talking younger, thinner Jon Favreau back then.
No, you're talking he was bigger and then he went thinner. You're talking Rudy era.
No, was it Rudy era?
Right. It was 94.
He was on the show as Pete Becker, the millionaire that dated Monica for a while.
When were we there? Let's see. Swingers was 96, so this is 2 years before Swingers.
Yeah, he's the picture of him here is he's like really thin. I remember him being on there. He was really thin.
Okay. This is the year after Rudy and PCU, so not thin Jon Favreau.
Okay. Well,
he was not thin in the greatest movie of all time, PCU.
Definitely thin in this picture, but fair.
Gutter
10,
in PCU's. Oh my God.
This man lost out on the role of Joey to Matt LeBlanc, Vince Vaughn. Could we have seen Vince?
I don't know that Vince is too smart to play that aloof, I think. I could see Vince as Chandler more than Ross. Not as Ross.
Yeah.
Chandler more than Joe. Did you say Joey?
Joey, yeah.
Yeah, no, I could see him as a Chandler because he can pull off that like, hey, I'm actually really smart.
PCU is one of my absolutely favorite movies. I always forget about it, but it is absolutely one of the most underrated classic movies that you cannot redo today in the same way.
No.
Even though it was kind of on the nose for its time,
No,
you really, really can't do that.
I can't hear Afternoon Delight without thinking of that scene.
So another early we're at number 9. We're in the top 10 here. Louis Mandylor was an early contender to play Joey.
Okay. How do we know Louis Mandylor?
He was in episode 6, season 6, episode 17, the one with the Unagi. He played Joey's identical twin.
He has not done much since.
Yeah.
I mean, he has. He's done like a million things. He has 147 credits, but he has not been like the guy.
He's
in anything to be like, he's the guy from. He was in Sally Floss Digital Detective.
He was in My Big Fat Greek Wedding. That's kind of big.
Yeah, but he was just one of the random people. He was not a. I can't even remember his name. John. What's his name? Aiden from Sex and the City. Yeah, he's been in a lot of random stuff, so I have no idea who this guy is.
This lovely actress was a front runner to play Monica at number 8, Leah Remini.
Leah Remini?
Remini. Both of them.
Look,
stop reading things.
King and Queens worked out for her, so I think she did okay. I can't imagine her in Friends.
Not after seeing her in King of Queens, no, because King of Queens she was too rough.
To be fair, Friends was like the least New Yorkers.
Oh yeah.
All. John Corbett, thank you, T. It was the least New York of all New Yorkers, including Joey, who was kind of like a more North Jersey kind of guy than a New York guy. Here's
something that I probably think I knew at number 7. It came down to these 2 actresses to play Monica. One was Courtney Cox. The other was Nancy McKeon from Facts of Life.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked.
She gave a great performance, but they decided to go with Cox.
No. God bless him.
Joke writes itself. And then here we go at number 6. Religious beliefs kept her from going out for Rachel. The studio wanted Lisa Whelchel.
Lisa Whelchel? Really?
Yeah.
That's wild. Who the hell is that?
That's the chick from Facts of Life. The blonde.
Lisa Whelchel? Oh.
Yeah, how do you say her name?
I don't believe it's Whelchel.
Whelchel?
Whelchel? Yeah, it's
I'm
Whelchel. Not even
Whelchel. Yes, Joe from Facts of Life.
Was up for Rachel.
Was up for Rachel, and Lisa was up for Rachel. Lisa was also up for Rachel, but her religious beliefs kept her from Lisa Welch. Thank you. Thank you, T.
Yeah.
This actress at number 5 auditioned to play Rachel Green, Jamie Gertz. I can't see it.
Oh, I would have. She would have done well.
Would have done well, but
I don't know if she would have ended up the richest woman in Hollywood as she is.
Is she really?
Yeah. So her husband was a hedge fund guy. She is worth billions and owns multiple major sports teams. And like,
no shit.
There was a time when he was up and coming that she was the one that supported everybody. She hasn't had to work since like 96 or something wild. Like, but like richest woman in Hollywood.
She's a series regular on ER, Emmy nominated for her guest role on Ally McBeal, landed her own sitcom as Judy Miller on Still Standing for 4 seasons.
Fantastic on Still Standing.
Okay. Number 4, Jane Krakowski for Rachel. She auditioned.
Oh my God, Solar Babies. Thank you, T.
Looking at Jamie Gertz, now I'm like, oh yeah, I remember.
Her net worth is $3 billion.
She was in Lost Boys. Okay.
She's in everything.
It all comes around for me.
Less Than Zero, Twister. She was the girlfriend in the Unrequited Love and Twister.
What about Jane Krakowski for Rachel?
No. I've never been able to get on the Jane Krakowski train. She's fine, but like I've never, it's fine.
She auditioned. She also was down to one of the finalists. Number 3, Courtney Cox actually almost played Rachel.
It would have been fine.
Yeah, I mean, number 2, Janine Garofalo was the actual first choice for Monica. Thank you for passing. They wanted Monica to be snarkier.
That would have been rough. Beetlejuice comes out Thursday this week, by the way.
And the last one, there's a rumor, no confirmation, that this former talk show host auditioned for the role of Phoebe Cates. She's dancing her way over to the audition. Generous.
That would have been
awful.
No, should have been fine.
Nope, awful. Nope, awful.
Look, I never loved Lisa Kudrow, so Ellen would have been fine. There never would have been Ellen though, so good for her. I was thinking Ricky Lake too. No, yeah, it was the wrong era, Ricky Lake, for all that.
And that's it. That's it for our lists.
Those were good. There was some good stuff there.
Lists. Yeah.
Now I want to remember when did Hairspray come out?
Hairspray?
1988. If that was 88, dear God.
Where am I going next?
Yeah.
Okay, let's skip that and go to...
There's news. Was there news? Did anything happen this week?
There's some news. There's some stuff.
Then we can talk about Rings of Power.
There's a movie coming out in the fall starring Sebastian Stan in a biopic. Comes out right before Election Day.
Ooh, who's he going to be?
He's going to be Donald Trump in a movie called The Apprentice.
Oh. That's...
Yep. That's a thing.
That's
going to come out on October 11th. Multiple Trump advocates tried to block the release. So...
That makes sense to do that October. So that's a month before the election.
They just kind of backed away from it, and they're like, "Whatever, let it happen." Look.
I wonder if that's based on the book, because there's a book that just was released not too long ago, which is not.
It is.
It's not.
I think it is
not flattering from what I've heard.
Again, not going down that road, but he looks really good in the pictures I've seen, like spot on, really good. That's a good video on demand, not even rental. That's a good Plex movie one day, someday.
Well, for those of us that have Plex, which is not me, because that's your jam.
That's all free. It's all legal.
Which is it's how you got to.
He has to be happy to have
watch your movie over the weekend. Those that joined late missed all our Despicable Me 4 talk.
Yeah, they did.
And you actually watched a thing.
I did. And I'm going to talk about that thing in a minute. I want to run through these things really fast. Cliffhanger is getting a sequel. It's going to start filming in the fall.
It's fine. It could just be another movie about cliffs.
It really can. Do you want to know that all the characters that are confirmed to be returning for Ted Lasso season 4? Do you care at this point?
I'm not thrilled with them doing a season 4 because it's going to ruin the show.
Depends on where they go with it. It depends on where they go.
It does, but we'll see. Look, if they call it Ted Lasso again, it's going to ruin the show.
Well, yeah, that's just it.
Who you have confirmed?
So you got Rebecca, Roy, Leslie, Jason Sudeikis. Probably cameos enough. He'll probably appear just enough to keep the name on the damn show.
Yeah.
Right? Brendan Hunt and Juno Temple.
All right. Well,
so Phil Dunster, they said he wasn't going to make it, but then they're saying that they don't know yet, and yeah. That's the comment of the night.
T, but did you go back and watch Krypton again?
I did not. What?
So Hannah Waddingham was on Krypton.
Oh,
by the way, T, for those audio listeners, would watch Hannah Waddingham drink water Doesn't care about anybody else. Just
That's fine.
Valid.
That's fine.
But yeah, she was a big role on Krypton back in the day.
I did not know that. I know she was the Shane chick.
Yes.
Yeah. Mr. George R. R. Martin is going to reveal everything that's gone wrong with House of the Dragon. He's going to do that soon.
He's going to do it in the appendix of his new book.
Jesus Christ.
When what is it? War Dogs of Summer.
His blog. Probably on his blog.
Maybe. Look, if he wants people to read it, he just has to put it in the back of his new book.
Why didn't you step out and do this before Game of Thrones season 6 and 7, you ass?
Because he didn't want to spoil his books.
No. Okay, let me pull this up to get that other little bit of news before we talk about the other stuff. By the way, there's a new Call of Duty game coming out in October.
Oh, God damn it.
Okay. Oh, it's every year.
You're not getting to Doctor Who. That's fine.
No, I am. But because I won't play Call of Duty all week. I only play it with a friend of mine. But there's a thing in the game now where you can use someone as it's termed. It's called a meat shield, right? So you hit them in the back of the head once, run up, grab them from behind, and then, kind of hold them in front of you and you point your gun to their head. Well, what's all the rage, because the beta was this weekend, is they're calling it the Diddy Party. So they're grabbing these people from behind and walking them up to beds or countertops, and then they're teabagging to make it look like they're hitting them from behind.
Yeah.
And they're calling it, and the audio, so if you're in the game chat with someone, once you grab someone from behind like that and use them as a meat shield, your audio is automatically connected to that person so you can talk to them. The videos on it, it's mostly on TikTok. I haven't been able to find it on Instagram to send to you. Look up COD Black Ops Diddy Party.
Yeah.
It's absolutely hilarious.
I feel like that's an incognito mode. Look up.
It's so
anything with Diddy Party in it, I feel like is an incognito mode search.
Hilarious. It probably should be. All right, so
hold on. So in the chat, Matt asks, what happens first? Martin's new book or the new Blade movie?
Ooh, Blade.
I think the Wesley Snipes Blade movie happens before the book. The Mahershala Ali movie does not.
I didn't specify. I just said Blade.
Which, speaking of that, Jurassic World 4 had some news drop.
Did it?
Out of nowhere.
Go ahead.
Like a synopsis for the movie and a cast and all sorts of stuff.
Is this the ScarJo one?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This randomly dropped this week. Jurassic World Rebirth.
Fire it.
Which doesn't make any sense based on how we left the last one. So I feel like this is another reboot. But it's Scarlett Johansson having to go as what do they have her as? She is a specialist in some crazy stuff that has to go get DNA samples from 3 of the most colossal creatures across land, sea, and air.
Okay.
And it's her, Mahershala Ali, and Jonathan Bailey.
At least
it comes out next July, by the way, against Superman.
At least he's in some movie before Blade.
Sorry, here it is. She will play a skilled covert operations expert named Zora Bennett, because that's where I believe. I mean, I know she was Black Widow. I get it, but I never bought her as Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
So we get all that, and so there's some already sneak peeks of the images. Rupert Friend's in it. We'll see how that goes. Look, the last one was not good.
No, I kind of have not watched a Jurassic Park movie since the first one. Not that that's a surprise.
Look, World is not bad. Dominion was rough. And Lost King, whatever the last one was, Crystal Skull, not great. It was an effort to watch that. That was the completionist in me had to get through that one, and there's nothing good about it. Chris Pratt shouldn't have been in any of those movies, and they would have been a million times better.
Right. I will get to the Borderlands thing in a minute, but here's a bunch of little quick news things to run off. There's a lot of stuff. Ian McKellen has revealed that he has been asked to return as Gandalf for Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum. He said they better hurry up and make it.
That's fair.
Right? Josh Brolin has been offered the role of Hal Jordan in the Lanterns TV series.
Supposedly.
How do you feel about that?
Well, Ian McKellen's only 85.
Yeah, but he just had a bad fall off stage.
Yeah.
Why which T?
So this goes back to my like unless you're gonna. So all right.
Go ahead.
So let's go through Lantern timelines here real quick. So Hal Jordan, original Lantern.
Yes.
John Stewart, second Lantern.
Okay.
Guy Gardner was supposed to be the first Lantern.
Right. Like way back, right?
No. Like before Hal Jordan. But the Ring changed his mind and didn't go to him. And then it went to him later and he turned out to be really bad at the job.
Okay.
Then you get Kyle Rayner. Then you get Simon Barr. And then you get Jessica Cruz and all sorts of other people. No, Duran Duran. That was Flash Gordon, different. Barbarella. Where was that from?
Barbarella?
Yeah.
That's like an 80s. Go ahead.
Anyway, so unless you're planning on doing a quick hit Hal Jordan and then cycling through Green Lanterns, I think it's an awful casting.
What about that?
Yeah, well, like I said, that's fine, but then you have to get out of that fairly quick.
What T said is I don't see Josh as Hal unless he's playing an old grizzled space cop Hal. HBO's description of the Lanterns
is Lethal Weapon.
The series follows new recruit John Stewart and Lantern legend Hal Jordan, two intergalactic cops drawn into a dark Earth-based mystery as they investigate a murder in the American heartland.
Yeah, it makes it tough for me because...
Which ties into what T just said.
Right. Well, so there's 60 years of Hal Jordan stories.
Right. He's the only Green Lantern I actually ever followed because I'm old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, John Stewart's been around since the 60s, 70s. So he's not new. And Guy Gardner's been around since the 70s also. But they there's a lot of stories there to tell. It's the same thing as like in Marvel at some point, like it's great that we did a quick hit with Steve Rogers, but like there's 80 years of Steve Rogers stories to tell.
Right.
So like I'd hate to do like a touch on Hal Jordan and then go away and then they're going to have to reboot it again in a few years to get back to Hal Jordan stories. Like I like Josh Brolin. I think he'll be fine in the role. But I'd rather start with the younger Hal Jordan, but you know, as long as it takes him to make any of these things anymore, like he's going to be 60 by the time it comes out.
That's going to tie into something in a minute. I guess, you know,
and we've already seen him as Jonah Hex and Thanos and Cable and like, I feel like there's other actors. I did like the Glenn Powell as Hal Jordan. I think he'd be fantastic.
I think that'd be great, but isn't he kind of resistant to go into DC or Marvel at this point? Still? I know at one point he was very resistant on going to Marvel or DC. He had said something about that.
Josh Brolin doesn't care.
No, not Josh Brolin. Glenn Hal.
Oh, no, Glenn Powell also just is like, whatever.
Hal, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, whatever. If they talk to me about it, because there's rumors of him being Batman too.
I saw that. I did see that.
Which look, he'd be great in all of it. He just doesn't care. Like, cause he wants to just go and be a character actor and do his thing.
Here's something in the realm of no one in the world ever asked for this and we don't need it. Sylvester Stallone reveals he has written a few pages for a Rocky prequel. Seeing Adrian at 15, Rocky at 17, it's almost like Lady and the Tramp, but with real people. No, it's not, because they didn't meet until much later. Right?
Maybe it's just two stories of them just crossing.
I don't care about Rocky at 15. He was a thug. He was a poor thug from the streets of Philadelphia. We got that in Rocky. We got his whole story in the original Rocky. Why go backwards and ruin it? You're ruining it by keep making Rocky movies.
Well, he didn't say he's going to make it. He said he has some pages.
Yeah, but that means it's going to be done. He's writing it.
It's possible. There's more money to squeeze out of it.
There's always more money to squeeze out of something. What else? Where was the other thing? This is gonna light you up a little bit.
Just so you know, by the way, Sylvester Stallone only 6 years younger than Ian McKellen.
Really? Yeah, much better shape. Much better shape. I'm serious, Dom. I don't need a prequel to Rocky. Rocky was fine. You don't need to. It just stop.
Look, Dom. Frank lives in Philadelphia.
Yes.
So he is very protective of the one.
Yes. Or
Philadelphia. I mean, I feel like there's other Philadelphia movies like Philadelphia and Philadelphia Story and Abbott Elementary.
Hold on, wait. Philadelphia Story was really good. That's the one where that's the Final Countdown. I'm thinking. Wait. No, the Philadelphia Story is the one with.
I have no idea. It's just one of those classic movies that everybody knows.
Oh, I love it. Ahsoka season 2.
Yeah. Coming out like next week, right?
Will not begin filming until summer 2025.
Well, there's nothing that says it won't start till then.
Yeah, because The Mandalorian and Grogu will wrap filming in the spring/summer of 2025.
Yeah, but Favreau versus Filoni, but the way this got started is because the chick that plays Sabine, said she won't be at whatever con because that's when it's going to start filming next year,
which is in the summer.
But she said they will be filming. She didn't say we'll start filming then.
Fair enough.
So could be towards no matter what, it's not coming out till 2026, which is awful.
Yes. Here's 3 projects no longer in the works at Disney Plus. This is always a good news to hear they're canceling stuff. The Witch Mountain remake series is done. Not going to happen.
Okay. Didn't they already try and do that with The Rock?
Yes. The Swiss Family Robinson remake series. I remember we mentioned that a while back. That's not going to happen now.
Yeah, I feel like that would be cool.
That might be. And the Society of Explorers and Adventures. I don't even know what that is.
I mean, it sounds like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. But a show like Swiss Family Robinson, when you go back to basics, like in a forest, and you take tech out of a show for once finally.
Yep.
And just make it about the relationships and finding new places and stuff. I don't think we get any of that anymore.
No. But now with the Ahsoka thing, Disney isn't going to have, or Star Wars isn't going to have anything live action. It's Andor season 2. It's Skull and Bones. Andor season 2.
Skeleton Crew. You're just making up names now.
I'm just making shows up. Maybe my show's better. Who knows? Skeleton Crew, Ahsoka season 2, and Andor season 2, and then they have nothing else on the docket right now for live action television shows for Star Wars. There's going to be a nice drought. And
but that's one end of this year, one next year, right? That we know of.
So, Andor's next year.
Ahsoka early next year, I hope.
Ahsoka will be 2026, and you get Skull and Bones this year.
Still Skeleton Crew.
Yep, that too. But you get that this year, then you're getting one a year as it looks, and they don't have anything else on the docket. You have the Rey Star Wars movie, and you have the Mandalorian Grogu movie, and that's it.
That we know of, and there's no Bad Batch, there's no animated either. Mm-mm. So look, they'll randomly drop. Well, I don't know. They don't have any time to drop anything unless we get Celebration in May. So they'll probably randomly announce something coming out fairly soon afterwards. Wouldn't surprise me.
If they've already filmed something, otherwise you're talking 26, 27.
Or animation. They actually keep their animated stuff really quiet.
That would be good. I would like
Bad Batch seasons dropped out of nowhere.
That's true, they did.
And Tales of the Jedi and Tales of the Dark Side dropped out of nowhere. We'll probably get new Tales of something, which will be cool. Maybe Tales of the Rebellion or something. You know what I mean? That would be great because both those series have been fun. I think I heard a Bedknobs and Broomsticks rumor too that got canceled by Disney recently. Dropped out of nowhere.
Nobody knows what the hell that is.
No, that's as called out in the chat there. The Witch Mountain with The Rock wasn't terrible. It's just the fact if you weren't in your 40s, you had no idea what it was.
Right. Totally. Yeah.
From TNT Trader.
I'm going to shock you just a little bit. A little bit. There's an anime that I'm going to watch.
Oh, God.
The Terminator.
Oh, okay.
The Terminator is the second highest rated Terminator project ever, certified fresh at 96%. described as the best project in the franchise in years, plus one of the best Netflix originals ever. And it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator. I read the synopsis of it the other day. It's a different take, but still in the same universe.
Yeah, the guy that created it was a kid when Judgment Day came out, and he remembers that as a horror movie.
Okay.
Which, like, totally not a horror movie to so I mean, he must have been young when he first saw that. But he described it as he pulls a lot of horror aspects into the anime, so that could be good.
Here's the premise of it without spoilers is in 1997 Tokyo, Malcolm Lee is developing Kokoro, an AI system intended to compete with Skynet. The day before Judgment Day, Lee finds himself and his 3 children pursued by an unknown robot assassin, and a mysterious soldier from the year 2022 has been sent to protect him. The Terminator is voiced by Timothy Olyphant, so you've got me already.
Yeah.
So I'm in.
As long as he cracks jokes like did in Sound Created Diet, I'm good.
Please. I didn't even see that, and I know that that's just great.
Oh my god, it's such a good show. Yeah, I agreed. T. The original Terminator is definitely closer to a horror than the second one. The second one is one of my favorite movies ever, but that's because they sucked me in when I got the "You Could Be Mine" soundtrack.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was the video that dropped before the movie. That was the first new Guns N' Roses. I was like, everything's coming together. It's great.
My friend at work thinks that Terminator 2 is the best of anything Terminator done at all.
Like, agreed.
Top of yeah.
Agreed. They haven't done, and I did not watch the Sarah Connor Chronicles, which I feel like I need to go watch.
I did, and I really did enjoy it. It was a really well done show.
Charles caught up on some Star Wars stuff. 2 Lost Ewok movies, which Frank, you and I probably watched when they aired on television. Caravan of Courage and Battle for Endor.
Stop it.
I do remember Battle of Endor when it aired on TV.
I was 37 when that aired on TV, I think. Do you have anything else before I go?
Yeah, before you hit Borderlands, just real quick, because we've talked about it a few times, right? So Rings of Power is back.
Yes. Don't spoil it. I'm going to watch.
Yeah, I believe you. If you don't have it caught up next week, I'm going to spoil the shit out of it every week going forward. That's where we're at.
Jesus, man.
It's if you don't have it started.
Okay.
How's that?
Fair.
So like season 1 was basically just a season of setup to get you to where the story starts moving.
Okay. So like you said,
and you get to like the rings and all of this stuff.
I can just find a YouTube recap and go from there.
Yeah, I don't even. You can watch the one at the beginning of the show. Their recaps are actually pretty good.
Awesome.
Look, and if you know anything about Lord of the Rings, it makes it easier because now we're at the point where we're starting to get more names and concepts and things that are set up in the more traditional, books. And I think it's awesome. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. There's not a lot of high fantasy stuff on TV anymore.
There's also a lot of stuff you enjoy.
No, there used to be a lot of high fantasy. Look, and the first season of this was like a slog, but it was gorgeous. They are still spending all of the money on this show. Like, I feel like we're gonna get the whole thing because they spent $1 billion on the rights to it, and I feel like somewhere in that $1 billion is also like you have to make X number of seasons of this show.
Right, and all of us that are ordering from Amazon are helping keep all this stuff on, so that's good.
Yeah, and again, it is gorgeously shot. The acting's fine, not like amazing,
right? Okay,
but the storyline's great. They're moving stuff forward. There's like and it's like a Game of Thrones, and like there's 1,000 characters to keep track of, and that's just how high fantasy stuff is, right? Even Wheel of Time, I have so much trouble keeping track. Season 3, that should be next year, by the way. But so far you get, Elven Kings Under the Sky dropped as the first episode. You get Where the Stars Are Strange and The Eagle and the Scepter all came out, all dropped at the same time. And look, it's just fun. I enjoy it quite a bit more than probably anyone would expect me to, because it would be super easy to crap on, but I think it's moving the story along. There's some really cool stuff they keep doing with it. It's neat to see these origin styles. So I'm excited for it.
There you go. Look.
Nice.
Brett said his wife and daughter alone funded the
Oh, he's talking about from Amazon.
But Lord of the Rings show
Rings of
from
Power,
Amazon.
yeah. And
Still
look,
same thing.
for anybody that missed it earlier, Frank made a commitment
I did.
so that he is going to catch up on Rings of Power to talk about.
I will pause my Lost rewatch to catch up on this.
And then he's going to catch up on Doctor Who as committed.
I am.
Once Rings of Power is done. So
T, I agree. T said he's so confused how Summer Glau never became a thing. She's amazing. She was great in the bit that she was in Arrow. I have always been a big fan of hers, even though I never watched Firefly.
She really, she was great on Dollhouse. Phenomenal in Dollhouse.
I heard that.
But she locked into that like Joss Whedon and kind of crew and got kind of sucked into all that.
Okay.
Yeah, she's only been in 40 things. Yeah. Which is not a lot.
I spent time in 3 parts. I watched the first 38 minutes of Borderlands and stopped. Then I watched 10 minutes and stopped. And then said, okay, F it, I gotta finish it. Let me get the positives of Borderlands out of the way. So I'll be brief. They got the aesthetic of the world very correct. The scenery, the towns, the gunplay, the guns, the costumes, all of that stuff was a huge plus. It was great. The cars, the vehicles, all of that stuff was good. There's little Easter eggs in the background. There's, the vending machine that has the guns is there. There was a guy that plays Marcus. He was great. Marcus is the guy that you buy the guns from in the gun machine and his voice. Jack Black was not terrible as Claptrap because if you really just kind of tune the movie out, which you will when you watch it, you don't really hear Jack Black as much as you hear Claptrap.
Should I play a Borderlands game before I go and watch this?
It doesn't matter at this point because the characters are not the same. They're named the same. Jamie Lee Curtis looks so bored the entire movie. Cate Blanchett looks bored, but isn't terrible.
It's because she had a bigger check.
Kevin Hart is not Roland. Ariana Greenblatt plays an okay Tiny Tina, but it's not the Tiny Tina from the games. And the psycho guy was perfect. He was great because he really didn't have many lines, and his lines were screamed, and he was just a psycho.
Got it.
The story was atrocious. It sucked. Lilith in the game is more wisecracking and fun and normal. Thank you, T. He acknowledges me. In the show, she's more of an asshole. She's just a straight up asshole. She's just like an asshole. It wasn't a good movie. And if you even take for a second and say, all right, well, maybe like the way they're doing with Wheel of Time, how it's an alternate telling of the book series. It's not the book series. It's an alternate telling of the wheel. It's a different turning of the wheel. Okay. Still, the movie just was not good. There was nothing good about it. Nothing for me to go back and say, I want to watch this again at all. It sucked.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, God, it was not even, you know how sometimes you watch stuff and you're like, it's a labor of love to get through this.
Yeah. You still haven't finished Black Adam.
I won't. My friend at work asked me actually Friday. He's like, hey, Frank, honest opinion. How did you like Black Adam? And I go, I don't know. I didn't finish it. I stopped. Will you go back and watch it? No. Why?
Dwayne Johnson's never going to get the rest of your money. It's so sad.
He wasn't getting it the first time.
That's fair. So, anything coming up this week for you?
Hockey tomorrow night. We got to win tomorrow night so that we force a game 3 for the finals for that team. Me and my kid are going down Wildwood on Saturday for a little bit, and then we're going to come back up, stop in Atlantic City. He's never been in a casino. And we're going to get steak somewhere. We'll go to a steakhouse or something to get steak and then come home. Nice Saturday next week.
We've got just keep your eye on jackkidmusic.com, see where I'll be at next. Besides that, next week, our 150th episode of Geek Spot News.
Big time. Might have to do something special for that.
So we'll probably come up with some fun topic. Maybe we'll post a little bit in advance if you guys want to chime in, add your 2 cents on it, so we can talk through some of your thoughts and everything too. Maybe we've thrown out a couple lately. Yes, sir.
Oh, no, I was the tribal chief. Acknowledged.
Oh, dear God.
Sorry.
Yeah. So thanks for finding the Geek Spot with us. Keep your eye on our socials, and we'll see you all next week.
Before I go, I have to highlight this. T, thank you so much. T said he absolutely loves our podcast. It's been great just getting to know you, and thank you everyone for tuning in. Oh shit, music. Damn it, where is it? Oh, there it is.